You're on a warm, sandy beach. The waters of the Puget Sound are right in front of you. The waters gently lap up against the sand. Before you, a magic carpet. Why do I call it a magic carpet? Because on this vehicle, we'll go to some of the most amazing places on the South Puget Sound. Let's start off by passing by the town of Silicon. Just minutes later, we're heading toward the Nisqually Delta. What's amazing about the Nisqually Delta, it's where the fresh water meets the salt water. What's so amazing about that? Wildlife is everywhere. At low tide, all the animals come out to feed. In fact, one particular lucky occasion, I remember taking a photograph of how many eagles? 1, 2, 3, a total of 29 eagles. And here's that photograph. Not only that, when eagles are feeding, they're busy, so they're likely to stick around. Did you catch that picture? An eagle blinking, that's how close we are. And how does an eagle blink? Let's look at that in slow motion. Just watch. That's right, an eagle blinks sideways. Did you ever watch an eagle take off? There's nothing like it. It's an amazing experience to have ducks fly right beside you, flapping their wings and looking at you like, how are you going the same speed I am? Now, in this particular video, I am up to my thighs and I can see fish all around me. Not just photographing from a distance, but being a part of the whole experience. And at low tide, there's a shoal right behind McNeil Island. Now what's a shoal? It's a high point, so that literally at low tide, it's a beach. And you literally can see all the beauty that nature has to offer, as if you're walking on the bottom of the ocean. It's truly an amazing thing. You can even pick up crabs and other sea life. But for me, it's a golden opportunity to photograph. From seals, crabs, sea anemone, you name it. And of course, there are always kayakers and canoers nearby. Mount Rainier is always in the distance, pointing you to the east. And here is the sea lion. Notice how proudly they watch, letting you know that they're in charge. One thing I should say about the next group of photographs, they are not photoshopped. These are actual photos. This one here, this is not a painting. This is a photograph I was lucky enough to catch. Once again, this is not a painting. This is a photograph of a proud eagle. Once again, I got this picture on the shoals off of Anderson Island. It is not a painting. And this reminds me of a purse of precious pearls. And another picture of eagles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like there's about 7 eagles in this particular picture, all looking for lunch. And, oh yes, one particular afternoon, out of nowhere, came 2 dolphins. They followed me, as I used to say to my mother when the dogs would come home. But they did. They followed me. I would turn left, they'd go left. I'd turn right, they'd go right. And then I tried to coax them into the bay so I could get better photos with calm waters. That's when they took off. But they stayed with me for a good 15 minutes. Truly memorable. And then, last summer, after being out there for about 15 years, I had the most miraculous event. And it's the one I've been hoping would happen. And that is a pod of killer whales. 5 of them. You must imagine between my iPhone and my cameras, I was shaking and trying to get the footage. There was another occasion where I saw a huge gray whale. This gray whale was about the size of a school bus. And I remember, as it went under and I looked up in the air, there was an eagle right above me.